everyone, and welcome to NameHero. I'm Ryan, the founder and CEO. In today's video tutorial, I want to talk about how to set up a billing system for your clients. So let's say you're a website developer, a website designer, a social media agency, and you're looking for a nice, efficient way to bill all of your customers and have it in one spot to where you can generate an invoice or have them sign up for a product or service and bill them and have it done automatically so they can enter their credit card or even use their PayPal account and send you funds, and then as soon as those funds are sent, it's also reflected back on the invoice so you don't have to manually do it. So let's talk about this for a second. At NameHero, we are leaders in reseller web hosting, but also in cloud web hosting across the world. So we have hundreds of thousands of customers from almost every single country out there. And one thing that we've noticed through a lot of our customers is they're website developers or designers. They're marketing agencies that's creating websites for local businesses, for restaurants, for local services. And I think one of the big things that almost everyone has in common is they need a nice, efficient way to bill their customers. Now, of course, you can use software on your computer or even cloud software. Intuit's QuickBooks is a great one, and a lot of people use that. But see, the problem that I found with that for my own needs is it doesn't integrate directly into my website. And I know I can integrate it to send emails and email out an invoice, but it doesn't make it extremely easy for the end user. So at NameHero, with our reseller hosting packages, they can also be used for other services than just reselling web hosting. So let's go take a look at them. Here on NameHero, I'm going to click here at the top and click Reseller Hosting. So we have 4 different packages, and our Gold, Platinum, and Diamond all come with a complimentary Whmcs license. So let's talk about Whmcs. Let's head over to their website. So Whmcs is a web hosting automation software. So it's what web hosts such as NameHero and many other big hosts within the industry, we use this to bill our customers and to set up hosting accounts. But it can also be used for other products and services. I've personally, at one point in time, I owned a software company. It wasn't in competition with Whmcs, but it was a mobile tracker. It was like a mobile ad server. And we resold that, or we sold it. We didn't resell it. We sold it and issued licenses using Whmcs. So even if you're selling your own software, you can use Whmcs to do that. Really, the possibilities are endless. If it was me personally, I know Whmcs has built up a huge brand, but I almost feel like having web hosting or the Web Host Management Complete system in the name almost holds it back because it is so versatile. And unlike a lot of pieces of billing software that have come and gone over the years, Whmcs is one that just continues on this little path forward. They continue to add features and listen to their vendors, and they implement all kinds of great stuff that makes life easier on entrepreneurs in general. So if you're watching this today and you have clients and you have a need to bill the clients, I really want to encourage you to take a look at our reseller hosting, because even if you're not selling hosting packages to your customers, and of course if you are, you want to offer hosting, then you of course have that ability. But if you're just looking for a good solution to have your website online with a billing system to where your customers can go, they can either sign up for a package or just go and view your quote or view the invoice and pay it and manage everything in one area, update their credit card and have things on file, and also a whole customer relationship management software. I really encourage you to check out these packages because it is so much more than just reselling hosting. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use that software to set it up to bill your client services or to bill your designs or whatever that you're trying to do. I'm going to show you how to do it. So with any of our Gold, Platinum, or Diamond packages, the Whmcs starter license comes free. And just to show you a quick comparison, if I click pricing, you can see the starter license, that's what comes complimentary, is $15.95 a month. So really, if you sign up with us here at NameHero, it's like you're going to get this hosting pretty much for a couple dollars a month. If you just go to Whmcs and sign up, sure, that's great. The great company. However, you're going to save a lot by going with us here at NameHero because you also get the ability to host. And even if you just host your one website on it, that's completely appropriate. Your website will be on a safe and secure location to where you can just manage your billing on. Okay, now our silver package does not come with the WHMCS, but you can add it on. So if that interests you, but really for $5 more a month, it makes the most sense, in my opinion, if you're going to use it, to go with the gold. And then of course, if you need more space or need more web hosting accounts, the platinum or diamond are also great areas. So let me go into a demo install. This is the back end of WHMCS, and this is just a default install. You can search our YouTube channel. I just did a video 2 days ago, or even yesterday, where I showed how to install WHMCS. It's super easy, just a couple clicks inside of cPanel within NameHero. So we make it extremely easy to install. But as soon as it is installed and set up, this is what the back end looks like. This is the admin area. So it shows, here's new orders that have came in that you have not approved, and it's got a help desk with it. So this is perfect, if you're doing web design work and you need a good communication channel with your customer. Email is nice, but what happens with emails is they get lost, they get deleted. Tickets allow you the ability to have everything in a chain, in a thread, to where it's organized, and especially if you have multiple developers working on it, everyone can communicate easily with the customer. And also in the ticket desk, admins can leave private notes to each other. So then, if one admin is or one developer has done something, they can leave notes for the other developer to know, and the customer doesn't even have to see any of that. It just allows for great organization. Of course, do you have any pending cancel requests, or this is pending module actions, like modules tied into WHMCS, they show here, but those really aren't relevant for today's video. So let me show you what your site would look like. So let me just click client area. So this is what just a default install looks like for the client. So what your clients will see. So you can see my example domain is wsphost.com. And I just set this up, and you can see it's not the prettiest, but then it's not the ugliest either. And you can fully customize all of this. WHMCS has a fantastic templating system to where you can go in and create your own template, or you can just go in and create your own style sheet to make things look just like your website. Now, of course, they do have a powered by link on the page, so your customers do see this. If you want to remove it, we allow that at NameHero. It's about $5.50 a month with the current promotion we're running. So when you sign up for your reseller package, on the first page of the sign up, you can define it there, and of course that would be removed. So then your customers wouldn't even see that. So if you already have a business and you already have customers, you might just want to take that out, because it just avoids confusion from them wondering why that's there. So it's up to you if you want to do it or not. But again, it's $5.50 a month, still much cheaper than buying direct at WHMCS. It's $18.95 a month to buy the Plus, which has the no branding. Okay, so on here it says, how can we help you today? Order hosting. So really this could be, order website design, order a security audit, order social media management. There's all kinds of things that you can set up in this. Now I do have by default a category called web hosting, and I have a web hosting package. So this video is to kind of attract others that are looking for services outside of hosting. If you're trying to set up your web hosting package, I've got tons of videos on how to set up this even exact package I set up in another video, so make sure to check those out. But for this video, we're going to talk about these services. So if I go to my back end and I go to Setup, Products and Services, and then click Products and Services again, you can see everything inside of here. So you can see I have a group set up called Web Hosting, and then my basic hosting package. So that's what you see here. So let's say I offered WordPress design services. So let's create a new group, and we could call it WordPress Design. And they've got a headline and a tagline. So these show, if right here, it's like select your hosting package. This is the product headline, and the tagline is below it. So right here is our high-speed web hosting packages. So right here we could call this purchase a quick and easy WordPress, a quick and easy custom WordPress theme design, whatever you want to call it. Product tagline. Everything is backed by our 30-day money-back guarantee. I misspelled guarantee. So anything to kind of describe it. And again, this is for the design here. So you can put you don't have to put anything. If you don't put anything, it just shows blank. Next, you have an order form template. So they have several predefined ones inside of WHMCS. So these 8 ones come with WHMCS by standard. Now you can copy these and edit them completely. They've got the full source version of these. So especially if you're a designer, you probably want to rip these apart and make them look like your own. And of course, that's completely appropriate. But they've got like a comparison one, a pure comparison, a supreme. I think these are good for different packages. And then they have this, the standard cart, which is good just for, multiple products, if you're not really trying to compare something. But, I think if we're going to set up a WordPress design, maybe we have different packages for the number of pages we develop or design or whatnot. So maybe we could do a premium comparison, and then we select our payment gateway. So WHMCS has many payment gateways so people can pay you. So I've got PayPal enabled, so I can go ahead and check this. But if you have different payment gateways for different products or services, you can set these up here. So let's just look at the payment gateways while we're kind of on that subject, because that of course is important because you're going to want to automate your billing. So if I go to Setup, Payments, and Payment Gateways, you can click in here, and I've got to re-enter my password. Let me grab it here. Copy, paste. All right, so there's these, they're featured gateways, and obviously PayPal, because I think everyone that works online pretty much knows of PayPal or uses PayPal in some capacity or another. They've got a sponsored merchant account, so this is provided by Evo Payments. So I'm assuming that you can click this and apply for a merchant account. If you want to do that, you can, but there's other services out there that are a lot simpler, in my opinion. There's 2checkout.com, so you can sign up with them. Skrill is another popular one. But if you click the full list, these are all the payment gateways. They're already coded, developed, and you just have to pretty much click and activate for WHMCS. So this is really good for customers internationally. In the US, PayPal, Stripe is huge, and it's somewhere around here. But, those are probably the 2 of the most popular. There's Stripe. But there's other payment providers out there, and especially, if you're in other countries, you might need to use something a little bit different. So all of these are automatically programmed in. So you just select it, and as long as you have an account set up, then you can activate it. Authorize.net is also interesting because Authorize.net is just a gateway, and many big banks in the United States, Chase Bank, I think Bank of America, they can integrate nicely with Authorize.net. So you could, get your merchant account. If you have banking set up already there, you can just apply for a Bank of America merchant account, and they'll give you the information to input into Authorize.net. But again, PayPal is free. It's easy to set up, and so that's just the one I've got enabled by default. But if you wanted to just accept credit cards directly on your site versus the customer having to go to PayPal when they're ready to pay, Stripe's another really easy one. You just click here and you can see it's already activated. All I need is my API key and my secret key, and that's it. And if you've ever went to Stripe and signed up, it's literally just takes a second, and they'll give you these 2 pieces of information. And I think they also have a testing API, so if you want to test before you connect it all, that's appropriate as well. So I guess the big point I want to make is accepting payments with WHMCS is extremely easy. There's not a huge setup process involved. And PayPal, you can start here with just your PayPal email address. And if you want to integrate through API, you can get this stuff in there inside of your PayPal account. But really, the only thing required to accept your first payment is having this PayPal email address populated. So if I go back here, I just want to keep PayPal checked here, but there can be many more options. You have the options to hide the group. So right now on our sites, this web hosting is shown. So if you don't want it shown, if you just want a link to give your customers, or maybe you're putting a link on your website, you could hide it so you don't show it directly. But I don't. I want it to show, so I'm going to save changes. So now if I go back here and refresh, I have another category called WordPress design. And you can see there's no products, but here's my headline and then my taglines right here. So now as I add my products, they will be shown inside of here. So I can go over here and on the same page, go to create a new product, and you can see the product type: shared hosting, reseller hosting, server VPS, or other. So of course, WHMCS was developed with web host in mind, but you can use it for the other. So product group, we would just select the one we created, and we'll just call this a 5-page website. Now, module. This is for automation. So, if you're setting up a web hosting account, cPanel is a great automation. So it's Plus, Direct as Admin. They have their licensing software module. Now, this is an additional fee if you want to use their licensing module. It's not very expensive. I can't even remember how much it is, but it's it's under $10 a month. So if you're selling software like my old ad server company, you can use that module to give your customers a unique license code, and you don't have to go worry about coding it. You just implement it into your current software, and they've got great documentation on that. You also have auto release, and that's what I personally like to use if I'm selling something besides web hosting. Auto release allows WHMCS to automatically create a new ticket or a to-do item, when a package is bought. So for a 5-page website design, you could create a ticket, and then hey, this is the ticket we're going to use to communicate with the customer to plan their design. So that's the one I'm going to select. But you can look through here. There's many more. From setting up domains to VPNs and all that stuff. There's all kinds of predefined modules, and they also have their marketplace to where you can buy ones that have been coded, and they have a great API if you want to make your own. If you're a coder. But I'm going to use the auto release. Create as hidden. So, some people, when they're creating products, they create it as hidden until they're ready to show it to their customers. So by default, it's on, but I'm going to turn it off because I want it to show immediately. Okay, so now our product's created, and here we can describe our product. And you can use HTML in here, so, BR for new line, and you can bold and italicize stuff up to. And social media creation. So I'm just giving them some options, what they can order with the package, just so I can differentiate between why this package is different than the next. So, describe your whole, whatever you're offering right here. So welcome email. Everything is templated and set up inside of WHMCS to have, just some general welcome emails. So if you want to edit these, you can go to set up email templates, and other products and services is right here. So they kind of have just a generic one, dear client, your order for whatever has been activated, please keep this message to your records, and kind of shows, what they bought and how they paid and the amount and all that. But you can edit this, they've got their full text editor in here, and you can customize it to whatever you want it to say for your customers. And you can also create your own. So create new email template. It's multi-language, so if you have customers, they're speaking Spanish and English, you can, of course, manage all of that. So that's the cool thing about WHMCS. It's so versatile in what you can do with it and the audiences you can attract. But, me personally, I can be a little lazy sometimes, especially when it comes to having to write emails, and these are all done for you, like invoice created and credit card due, credit card filled, all this stuff is just ready to go, so you don't have to worry about writing all that. All right, so I'm just going to leave the basic email here, but again, I would probably recommend customizing that a little bit. Required domain. So if they have the option to register a domain with you, WHMCS is also a domain registrar system. So, if you want to offer your customers domains like GoDaddy or like NameHero, so where you can transfer their domains or buy new ones, you could set that up, but you would need to set up a domain reseller account or, somewhere to register the domains. And of course at NameHero, one of those comes free with a reseller account as well. So if that's, maybe an extra revenue stream you want to explore, you do have that option. Stock control, if you want to put a limit on how many of these you can order, maybe you can only do 5 until you complete 5, so you could put a stock quantity in stock. Apply tax, wherever you're located, and you seek this advice from an accountant or a lawyer, not me, you might need to charge tax, but WHMCS has a full module to do that. So, if wherever your customers are, if they need to pay state or local tax, then it can calculate that for you. Featured, this just displays this package more prominently on supported order forms. So, by default, I think all their order forms have that option. So it just kind of, puts a featured tag on it, or it kind of shows it heavier. Hidden, of course, this will just hide it from the order form, or retired if you no longer use it. So this is beneficial when you've decided to change up prices or products. All right, save changes. Okay, so next we have the pricing. So there's payment types. One's free, a one-time payment, or a recurring payment. So for a 5-page design, it might be just a one-time deal. and you can have a setup fee, or you can just say, well, my price is $129.95, and we could enable that. That's how it enables, is that. And multiple quantities, can they order more than one? Yes or no. Recurring cycles limit. So this isn't recurring, so it doesn't matter. Auto terminate or fixed term. This is good for trials. So if you're giving someone a trial of your services, this would terminate it after a number of days, to where it automatically would kill the service. It's not applicable for here. Now, of course, there's a termination email. It's not created. You have to create one. Say, hey, FYI, your free trial's up. Go buy something now. But they don't have one for that. Prorated billing. If you want to, bill everyone on the same day of the month. So, if you're someone that likes to have all your income on the 1st, you could prorate it. So, meaning that if they sign up on the 5th, they're only paying from the 5th to the 31st, and then on the 1st they'll be billed full. Again, that's for recurring billing. And prorated date. This allows you to set, what day of the month you want to charge on. The 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 0 disabled. Charge next month. This means that after which of the following months will be included on the first invoice. So, if you want to have them charge the next month, so let's say they signed up on like the 30th, and you don't want to have a little tiny invoice, you could have them charge the next month at that point in time too. Save changes. But again, that's for recurring billing. Okay, so now our pricing is set. Let's look at module settings. So module settings, remember I chose the auto release, and so this just tells WHMCS what to do when they place their order. So you can see here, create server groups irrelevant, so don't worry about that. Create action. You can have it create a to-do item or a support ticket. So WHMCS has these to-dos. If I go to my dashboard here, you can look down here. Where's my to-do list? Right here. So I've got this to-do list, and of course I can add an item here. And this way you can have multiple staff members pick up stuff and, complete task. So maybe instead of a ticket, you just want a to-do item. Hey, you need to do this design, or, get with this client. So it can do that, or of course it can create a ticket. So you can add a new support ticket. And open it up in their account, so then you can communicate with the customer and, what do you want in the design, or, what's your specifics, yada, yada, yada. It asks what to do on the suspension. So, if they don't pay. Now, since this is a one-time payment, there's not going to be anything. But you can add a to-do item or a ticket as well. So, if it's a service and it needs to be terminated, you can add a to-do item to suspend it manually, or you can create a support ticket to tell them, hey, your service is suspended. You need to pay to get it activated. Unsuspend action, same thing. You have the option once it's unsuspended. Terminate action, if the service is terminated, what should happen? If it's just a website design, I doubt they're going to just terminate that. Renew action, if they renew the service, and again, this is a one-time payment, so it doesn't matter, but if it was recurring, is there something that needs to be done during that recurring time? Support department, I just have a general inquiry box here. So, if I was going to do a ticket, I need to tell it what box to put it in. So you can create those in setup. I think it's in setup, staff management. No, setup support. Ticket to support departments. So it's set up here is where you would go, set up that. If you maybe have a design or development department, whatnot, you would set up the department inside of here. Admin ID. So this is what admin is going to be, is what the API is going to use. So I need to select one. I'm just going to select my own account here. You can create an API user in WHMCS if you don't want it to use, your account. I think if you're just getting started using your account's fine. Next is what should happen, when they pay. Don't automatically set it up, meaning that don't auto-release it as soon as they pay. Wait till I look at it first. Me personally, I always like to use the automatically set up as soon as the payment's received. So as soon as they pay, this would create a ticket, so then they know the design's coming. They know that they've just paid something. They know that something's coming about. So that's what I like to do. Save changes. All right. So now the module's set up. Custom fields. So this allows you to define, specifics for the customer to input on the order. So, for example, domain name, or let's put that in there, text box. So if they have a domain, they could enter in here. If you have a current domain, please enter it here. Validation, so this uses regular expression, so you can validate it to make sure they're entering the text you want or the format and not a bunch of crazy characters. Select options. This is for drop downs only, and you would use a comma list, so we're not going to worry about that. So who sees this field? Admin only. Is it a required field? Show it on order form or show it on invoice? Well, you'd probably want to show it on the order form, and you want to show it on an invoice. Now, if you don't want to make it required, then don't select that. And then, of course, you can set an order. So in case you have multiple fields on a page, you can order them in a certain list. 0 is just default to nothing. Save changes. Okay, so you can see that field's changed or saved, and I got the option to add another one if I want. Configurable options. So you can set up configurable options for products or services in WHMCS. So this would be good if you want to give them the option to, maybe add social media management to that site or something like that. You'd set that up in Setup, Products and Services, and Configurable Options. They also have the ability to do add-ons as well. So, really, you can upsell, cross-sell, all kinds of crazy things with WHMCS, to really maximize your revenue. Upgrades. So if they could upgrade to, another package, maybe your next package is a 10-page website and they have the 5 and they need more pages, then you could put it in here. Of course, you could define if you need to upgrade the configurable options too, as well as, what to send them when they do upgrade. Is there an email that you want to send them? Free domain. This is if you do register domains and have that module set up, you could offer a free domain. A lot of web hosts like us at NameHero, we offer a free domain with certain hosting products. So again, it's probably not applicable to this situation, but that's how you'd set it up. This is for the affiliate system. So if you wanted to pay a commission, if you had an affiliate on your affiliate program, which is built into WHMCS, so if you had affiliates for your business, you could reward them with a commission using this here. And you also have the ability to assign associated downloads. So if you're providing a preset theme, you could upload files. I think it's billing, it's in support and downloads is where you would add that. So if you had a zip file or a bunch of files that need to be downloaded that's only available after they purchase, you could add them in here. And of course you can add a category and you could even do a quick upload from right here. Overage billing. So this is for web hosting. If they go over their disk or bandwidth or what the cost of that is. So that's not relevant for this. And then finally is our links. So if you have a website and you want a direct link to this product, you could do it here. And you can also specify the order template in the link, or you can do the direct shopping cart link with a domain. Again, I don't think it's relevant here. And then of course the product group link. So this just show that one group. So let's save changes and let's go back to our site and look at it. Right here. So I refresh, there we go, 5-page website. So now if you were selling website designs or other services, your customer could come to your site and say, okay, yep, I want a 5-page site, order now. And do you have a domain? Well, if you have a domain, enter it here. Yep, I do, NameHero.com. Click continue. All right, and it shows their summary. So you can do promo codes. See, WHMCS, I'm telling you, they've thought of everything. Promos, upsells, downsells, cross-sells, email marketing, affiliate program. There's everything in it, and it comes free with 3 out of 4 of our reseller hosting packages. So I think it's a tremendous value. I love WHMCS. If I go to checkout, here's where your customer can put their first name, last name, email, phone number, billing info, create a password to get into their account. And they also have a cool password generator, so you can make it really strong for them. And then they can pay. So as you can see, PayPal selected, and they can add notes and even join your mailing list. And then complete order, and then your customer's paid. So with credit card, they can PayPal. Once they click complete order, this will take them to PayPal to where they can send you the money, and it takes them back. But if you implement like a Stripe or a credit card processor, they could actually enter their credit card right here on the page, and have everything done as well. So, when that's done, then they do have a client area they can log into, manage their information, manage their billing, manage their credit card, submit tickets, view any kind of information you want just customers to see. It's all available right there to them. So this is just one of many examples that you can use WHMCS for. I have people from time to time, they'll reach out to me that, of course, are not reseller web hosts, and they say, I'm really looking for a piece of billing software. I don't know what to use. And, I think for service billing specifically, WHMCS has been one of the best ones I've ever run across. And, I specifically like the ongoing development of the project. It's not one that's not updated often. It's updated, I think, every quarter they have a major release, and really every month they're coming out with patches and bug fixes and all that. And so I think really for the price and for what they offer, you cannot beat it. I mean, you can go buy Salesforce or you can go spend tons of money elsewhere, but I think that what they offer here is really second to none. Especially for how much it costs. I think it's very, being free at NameHero, I just really think you cannot beat it. So that's the purpose of this video, is to show you that, WHMCS is not just for web hosting. Yes, it is a web host dream because it makes web hosting very easy, but also if you have other services, and I think I would go out to say that most of our customers at NameHero, even our resellers, they have other services as well. Social media management, Google AdWords creation, SEO, Facebook ads creation, Snapchat's ads. There's all kinds of different services that our customers work with, and WHMCS allows you an easy way just to create it on their site and build them. I guess the final thing I'll show you is if you have products that are like high ticket items or very custom, if you're making a web design, I know the last custom WordPress design I bought was $5,000. And so you probably wouldn't do a package for that. We actually consulted with our designer, told him what we were looking for, and we had our budget set. And then of course we went up and down on the budget, but he custom quoted us. So if I go into WHMCS and go to clients, so the client, if they're set up, I can go in here and I can go to quotes and I can create a quote here. So see, this is an example, so it's me, but I can make a line item in here and have proposal text, customer notes, and admin only notes. So I can make a quote and then fire this off to my client, and we can do our negotiation. And then when we're set on something, we can convert it to an invoice right here. So tons of possibilities here that you have with WHMCS, not just to do hosting, but to do other services as well. So feel free to let me know if you have any questions. I could really talk on and on and on about it because there's so many different options and customizations that I can do. But the biggest thing that I want to get across in this video is that you can use it for much more than just web hosting, and it does come free. So, even if you're just looking to host your one site, reseller hosting might make you think, well, it's just for those that want to resell hosting. No, it's much, much more than that. So make sure you check these out if that interests you. It would be our pleasure at NameHero to work with you. If you're already working with us, of course, thank you for your business. We certainly enjoy working with you and look forward to furthering our partnership. But I am Ryan. I'm the CEO and founder of NameHero. If this video helped you out, we certainly do appreciate a thumbs up and a subscribe on our YouTube channel. If you didn't like it, if you think it's not useful, give us a thumbs down. I look at the thumbs up and down because the more thumbs up, that means I need to produce more content. So if this helped you, more content around that subject. So if this video helped you, then I know I probably need to spend a little bit more time and go into even more detail. But if it didn't help you and you didn't like it, just give me a thumbs down and I won't do any more videos on it. So there you have it. Thanks so much for watching, everyone.